Okay, I want to say hi again everybody. It's only me, Wushu Richard, with another video for you guys here on my channel. I'm sitting down outside. It's a nice cool morning, fresh air wise. Okay, I've done good training today. In this video I just want to talk to everybody just very briefly a little bit about violence. Okay, and this is to do with like patience. A lot of people lose their patience, very easily, or people are brought to like certain in the boundary that they come up to their limits or close to their limits, where they do lose their patience easily and they do get very angry easily. Now, in this day and age, I feel in our modern societies and modern generation we're living in, we've got great stuff like really good, technology, as I've said before, and I support all of that. But a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, and I believe this is across cultures too, a lot of young people are not in tune with more natural way of life, like more just the basics, like communication between people, anyone, friends, family, okay, any human beings. Most people are just on their phones every day pressing buttons or on some digital form of like machinery. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we are human beings. All these machines and all these gadgets and things we use, they're really just tools that should be there to enhance and help us in our lives. They're not there to brainwash us. They're not here to like make us forget that we're human and just be like some robotic machine just pressing buttons. Now, I'm not blaming technology as the number one thing, but what I'm saying is a lot of people are out of touch with any kind of discipline and control and any kind of clear understanding of what nature is and what they are as a human being. A lot of young people in this day and age aren't really getting exposed to, or they're being more detached or deterred. They're being more, I feel, pulled away from any understanding or any kind of education in better communication. They are absolutely not only distracted, but being literally pulled away from reality into a virtual reality. Now, I support all kinds of technology and all of that, but I think a lot of people are impatient in their lives and they've got a lot of pressure and stress, and life becomes harder for them in the workplace, at home, with their friends, whatever, in social conditions. Now, people are unsocial as such now, and they just watch stuff on the TV. I mean, even you see it even today. I see it across lots of mediums, like in music, art, movies and films and TV shows and computer games. All this stuff's good, but for me, if you look back at like the older ones, and I feel the quality was better then in terms of the actual story and the emotion of people understood people more back in the day, back then. But whereas nowadays we've got all the technology and all this and that and know-how, but it's like people nowadays, especially the young people, they're living in a more fake, a more empty. I can't explain it. I feel a lot of people are. That's why they become weaker mentally, because they're not prepared. It's like we can say they're not prepared for certain problems and stuff in life that they might face, like socially, communicatively. But it's not even that. You see how we create our own problems and conditions. It's not even that. There's nothing really. It's just that they're being distracted, and they, of course, if it's like a lazy person, if they're lazy laying in bed all day, that kind of a person, if you ask them to just stand up for 5 minutes, it'll be like hard work for them, whereas if you ask your average person on the street, who's like kind of healthy, they're not lazy, but if you ask them to climb mountains, that might be hard work. It's like the more you push yourself, the more stronger you'll become, and then the difficult things become more easy, and the things you enjoy, of course, will be anyway also. But what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of different subjects here, interests and stuff you're not interested in, but what I'm trying to really say here though is when it comes to the violence, I believe there's too much violence in the world, and that's been said throughout the generations, but I really feel at this point in our lives people are getting really deterred from reality and emotion. I feel a lot of people need to bring how you must have that humanness. I'm not trying to give you some talk here like about mumbo jumbo. I'm not trying to bring it like really, Richard. Really, I'm not trying to say it's like Ghost in the Shell. But I'm trying to say that you need that spirit, you need that humanness in whatever you do. Otherwise, no matter how much technology and whatever we have, it's all useless. It's all meaningless if we don't have that humanness. So what I'm trying to say is, when I see people getting into arguments and fights so easily, and all the violence in the videos you see, like on the news reports and that, attacks and violence and stuff going on, you see a lot of people that are really out of touch with it. I find a lot of young people that are heartless across the world in different places. You see certain people that are just really relentless. They don't. Whereas before, someone would, like, if there was a fight, it would be seen as a fight for what it is. It's not a good thing. But two people might get into a fight. It might be worse than others or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, sometimes people understand. They would hold back and say, they've got that human connection, and they'll say, right, enough's enough. But nowadays I see like these crazy videos, people just filming stuff on their phones, like everything's entertainment, it's just brainwashed. You see like this world star hip hop and stuff, and various things like that. I'm saying videos where people just film fights, and you see it in an early age, from schools, primary schools to high schools, whatever, colleges, and then into the workplace, whatever. But you see people, these young people out on the streets, they've just got no concept of what reality is. All they've known is pressing buttons or pushing a screen, from a young age. And it's like, and I know people now that have got kids and babies and stuff, and they're like playing on iPads and phones. It's quite scary when I think about it, because this technology is good. It's like all mediums are, even writing and drawing on paper with a pen and pad is. But I'm just saying, the humanness, you've got to have the humanness about it. It's like you can't tell someone to write a story if they've got nothing in their heart and they don't understand life. How can you write a story or paint a picture or make music or make a movie or anything? It comes from the humanness. You've got to understand yourself, you understand people, and the only way we can do that is by coming back to nature sometimes, not getting brainwashed by other things, and too much, and not like and also you must try and communicate with people more. I believe in trying to understand people more, not trying to understand someone. Trying to understand someone shouldn't be like trying to understand, I don't know, some sci-fi, but what I'm trying to say is that reality. You see, you try to understand a washing machine, it's been designed for a certain purpose. The same as anything, computers and that, designed for purposes. But we are human, we're nature. So that's what we're here for. So what we're trying to say is the violence. I believe we should stop and hold back. I mean, you see people filming up these fights and stuff and uploading it on the, on the internet and stuff, and it's like, you might say some people watch for entertainment, but for me, if I watch videos like that, I just watch it for just to study. It's just like crazy what's going on in the world, But it's like, but I'm saying this, it gets sick, it gets so boring seeing this stuff and then hearing about violent stories in the news and stuff too. And you see these people where they just don't hold back. They're not like before. These young people, they're not like, some of them are not like before in the other generations before us, where they'd be like, you'd get into a fight and then they'd hold back and they'd say, oh, enough's enough. Nowadays, it depends on the person and the situation, it's fair enough. But I'm just saying, nowadays you get people where they're just they don't care, relentless. They'll keep beating that person. The guy's out cold on the floor. They don't know if that person's going to die or get, in a coma or whatever. They don't even know, but they don't care. And they'll rob that person on the floor too and steal their things and run away. And they're filming it up and they're mocking him, and they're all jeering and helping each other, egging each other on. That's what he used to say, giving support. And that is saying oh yeah, he's sleeping and that was it. Oh, he's leaking and that. When you hear all this stuff, it just makes me sick. I mean, the other day, recently, also there was another video in the news where someone, I've seen a couple of videos. I saw one where some old man was punched in the face, and he was punched straight out by some young guy on the train, underground subway. Okay, and there was another one I saw. Well, I didn't see the video, but it was in the news where someone was literally punched in the face. I forgot, it was an old man, I think, was punched though, and he died from that punch. So it just shows you can, it might not be. I mean, there's too many weapons stuff you hear too in the crime and stuff. But I'm just saying, all violence is wrong, and you could really hurt someone, and we should value life more, our own lives and others. And life is so precious. You only got one body and one life. And people have got pressure in them. I don't care, even if it's people that are doing it for a laugh, attacking someone, or even getting into an argument with someone, doing it to try to ease their pain. It's like people that get addictions to stuff and they want to try and calm their stuff down. When you look inside yourself, if you're not happy, that's the thing. You've got to switch that up and be happy. Don't let things control you. But if you're in better communication with others, you will naturally feel better. It's an inbuilt natural thing. Now, you shouldn't worry, you shouldn't feel that you're a slave to the society, you're a slave to people, you have to be a certain way, and life's giving you pressure, and you have to control yourself, and you have to, live up to other people's expectations, so you give yourself pressures, you know what I mean, as well. It shouldn't be like that, So I'm just making this video, hold on. Oh, my neck. Just you should, take it easy, man. Just do something good, Do some exercise for yourself every day. Get a good sleep. Free yourself up in your free time. Don't always do the same thing. Find something different to do. You get into a routine it can get boring too. Get outside, have a walk in fresh air in nature, then go back to your technology. Do something creative with technology too. If I was you, there's a lot of knowledge to be learned out and information and stuff you can gain, opposed to just taking stupid photos of someone's face and selfie stick or some, oh, this is my dog sleeping, and some stupid meaningless stuff. In my opinion, you should if it's meaningful to you, it's meaningful, fair enough. It might not be to others. Sorry about not being to you, okay? It's nice and cool for me. But you know what I'm trying to say though? There's no reason, all violence is wrong. And it really is. You really don't need to hurt someone like that. Even if it's, and if you live like, and you jeer others on, or you egg people on, you support people that are doing something wrong, just so you can be part of the crowd, or you do things that are wrong for you, but even in the slightest, I'm saying, what am I trying to say? You can live a perfect life and this or that, you can do things perfectly. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, if you try to, if you're always doing things, even if you know it's like wrong or inwardly or outwardly, because you want to be part of the crowd, that's wrong, because that's the wrong crowd. You can find good people. You don't need to follow a bunch of people around because you want to be part of, they're your friends. And when they're negative, they're shitbags, excuse my language. You can have one or two good friends that are genuine positive people. That's much better for you, because you're being a slave following a bunch of lemmings around, a bunch of idiots, and you're not going to get anything really from that. You're not. You might think you're part of something. It's like a bunch of friends in the Alcoholics Anonymous, Alcoholics Addiction place, you know what I mean, or whatever it is, or a gang or something. It's like, at the end of the day, it's all a mindset. Let's face it, you're in a building talking with some guy there, regardless of how smart or whatever, on whatever level or levels, because we're all different, speaking to someone, and actually you could be sitting out here in nature now in the fresh air and just think about something you like. Take up the hobby, start doing some drawing or something, or listening to music, and think about something you like. Meeting different people, or do something different, and escape from that prison that you've put your mind in. You don't need to be so negative, and look at it and say, you know what, I'm not going to waste my life doing nothing, because if I'm doing this today, if I'm doing this in 10 more years and I've got this same outlook on life, our life's terrible, I've got to prove myself to people, fuck you, fuck that, I've got, so excuse my language, but you feel that you've got to stand up to people, you've got to be so hard, or I don't think you're really relaxed. Because people in this day and age, even the people that are not so violent, they still are in a way, in a slight way, because most people control the way they speak for others, so they can be accepted. It's more important that they're accepted by a certain group of people, and that's really an illusion. They're absolutely deluded to be doing that. And when you're free in yourself, you can start building upon that. It's a foundation. You free your hands. It's like you can hold anything. Right? It's that same old thing. Free your mind. You can do anything, think anything, thus do anything. More easy to take steps towards doing something and better in your life more. So be positive. This is the positive philosophy. In martial arts teaches us this too for our lives. This is life I'm talking about here. So if you need to fight for self-defense, if you need to exercise, you need to keep your body healthy, right? As well, martial arts, and health and fitness. A challenge is always good, but negativity always is negativity. You study both, and you might have to go through a lot of both in some levels in your life, but you study from it and you try to do good. You try to balance things out and make your life more better. They can also only be balanced sometimes if there's movement. Like the balance in your body when you're standing still, the way you actually stand upright as a human being, that we've learned to stand and walk from a young age as a baby. The reason we can stand is because when we're standing still, we're not actually standing still. When we're standing up, our muscles are every muscle, and it's making slight adjustments, the pressure and balance in our muscles tensing and relaxing anyway, the hard and the soft, right? The same as in martial arts. So the same in life, the speaking, the listening, when you're doing something in your life too, You know what I'm trying to say? You're breathing in and out. See what I mean? Thinking, not thinking. You know what I'm trying to say? That literally, is that things are happening. The balance can be there. It can't be 100%, but the balance of more, so the nature can be there if things keep moving. So sometimes you don't want to stay in one place and change. You've got to change. You've got to move from that spot. It's like two people playing chess. They might play it slowly, but at the end of the day, it's like they can wait all day. But if one person doesn't make a move, you will never get anywhere. That game will never be. You'll never progress. How do you progress? Progression means movement. Right? Anyway, But then you also got that movement in non-movement, you know, action in non-action and all of that. You know, I'm just going to stop this video now. I want to say thanks for watching. Okay, train hard and stay safe. More videos to come. Take care. Bye.